Guys, welcome back to the next part of the Championship Portsmouth career. We are really making some good progress here. We are really in the playoffs, top 3, nearly top 2. Like, we are proper close. So into the next game. The only chance of this game was that from Kean in the 83rd minute, and unfortunately it went straight out to the keeper. So yeah, didn't really make any chances of that. So it's 2 points dropped, don't get me wrong, but a point is better than nothing. We stay in 3rd, coming up against the tough test against Fulham, who were an ex-Premier League team, and they absolutely outplayed us. Poor defending from Ryan, poor goalkeeping from Sov, and they make it 1-0 before the stroke of half-time, and then into the second half, before the end of the game, they made it 2-0, and that was game over, and Fulham fully deserved the win, and I didn't really get a sniff. There was no chances, no shots on target from me, so poor from our standards. Going into the next game here, we go play Rotherham at home. We're in the bottom 3. So a home game midweek under the floodlights, the best feeling ever. So really a great chance for us to get a win. Mikey here with a free kick, and it's just over the bar. Coming forward here, Nate wins the header into Tommy. He lets loose a shot, and it's just over the bar. But the decisive moment here, after 23 minutes, Mikey uses his pace, who gets brought down by the defender. It's a clear penalty. I expected a red card. It was the last man, but the ref only gave a yellow. I think that's what Mike's protesting. It was clear goal scoring opportunity. It had to be, it had to be a red card unless the new laws state that a penalty is enough in itself. Mikey probably went away from goal. That didn't help. So a penalty here on 24 minutes for me to go 1-0 up. I actually went right this time because as I started, the keeper stepped to his right, so I thought I'd put it into the bottom right, and it's 1-0 to Portsmouth through myself. So fantastic here. Coming forward myself, great ball in. Mert gets up with a header, downward header, hits the post, and lucky enough it goes in. Mert with a cross this time into me, and I header it in. However, the commentator said it was an own goal, so it didn't count as my goal, which was really gutted because I scored 2, but whilst playing it, I didn't know it was an own goal. So coming forward here, I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm scoring a hat-trick. This is the first time I'm going to score a hat-trick. I find the bottom corner, and it's 4-0, and I'm thinking, yes, I've got a hat-trick. This is the first time I've scored a hat-trick with a player. But it wasn't meant to be because it was actually went down as an own goal right there. So, god damn it, I couldn't score a hat-trick. So there may be the chance. And Rotherham come through and score in the added time to make it 4-1. So even there, I showed you there, it says two previous goals. And the focus was really on me away at Norwich. We beat Norwich at home 2-1 thanks to myself with a dramatic goal in, added time as well to seal an unbelievable 3 points. But Tommy with great vision into myself, outside the right foot, in and off the post, and it's 1-0 already. I'm just going to shush the Norwich crowd here. So what a start from us, 5 minutes in. However, Norwich make it 1-1 25 minutes later after half hour. I wanted a different camera angle in here because it's a good clearance. It's a shot, but it hit our player and they just spun on there. So they make it 1-1. Kean there, I thought it was in, but it hit the back post. But Paul here with the outside of the right foot into the top corner. And there's utter limbs in the away end. And it is 2-1 in the 88th minute. And we will take them 3 vital points. We weren't going to let anything go. We needed them points. So into West Brom at home, as you can see, still in 3rd. There's still a gap of 4 points between 2nd, and there's an 8-point gap between top. So like we had to keep winning or just settle for the playoffs. More losers out here, but West Brom make a poor clearance of that into Nate, and Nate scores in the 89th minute. Get in there. It's 1-0 so late on. However, it wasn't going to be added drama because the referee gave West Brom a penalty in the 91st minute. Myself conceded it. I was so adamant that I didn't even touch him. Like there was no penalty, there was no foul on the replay as well. It's not even conclusive. Like come on, like there's nothing to that. I'm trying to block the ball going into the box. However, they have a penalty in the 92nd minute, so there's 1 more minute time to be added on. Can Alfie be a hero? Is he going to go left? Is he going to go right? As penalty takers know, if you're left-footed, you're always going right. I knew he was going right, and Alfie saved it. Get in there. Tommy smashes it clear, and the ref blows his whistle. And Alfie is really the hero, thanks to Nate's late goal and Alfie's penalty dramatic save. We take all 3 points to keep the pressure on the top 2. Going into the next game, the FA Cup game away at Man City, and I was so gutted that I didn't play it. If it was the quarters, I would have played it. But however, we went 1-0 up thanks to Mert, so we're beating the English champions 1-0, but it didn't really last long because City did make it 1-1. City's kind of second string team there because like Bravo's playing. They've signed Walker Peters. They've signed some weird players, but like Mahrez is playing, Jesus is playing, De Bruyne is still playing. However, we'll take that 2-1-1, mate. We'll take that away. City can't really argue. So into the next game, Plymouth, the worst team in the championship. However, Sov makes a completely brilliant save there. Nate with a great touch and turn, and he curls it in, so that's 2-2 in the league for him to make it 1-0. As I was saying, Plymouth are the worst team. They've won 2 games all season. Honestly, like I couldn't believe it when I looked on the records. They've only won 2 games all season. Chris plays it in the key, and great touch, and that time he does slots it away, and we win 2-0. So again, good 3 points away from home. We're picking up our away form slightly here. So just looking on to all these goals here. So I'm the top goal scorer with 10. Mikey and Mert are on 9. Nate's popped up with 8 goals this season. Paul's got 4. Tommy's got 4. So between our midfield pairing, that is 16 goals. Like that's really good for 3 midfielders to have 16 goals between them, and then the 3 strikers to have 21 goals between them. Like that's incredible in itself. 28 goals, sorry. So yeah, that's really good. A couple of other goals, Kean 3, Moriel 3, Chris 2, Rob 1, and a couple of others 1 as well. So the second leg of Man City, this time they take the lead, but Nate equalises to make it 1-1. The turning point of this is Kyle Walker actually got a red card. So as home advantage, you can see they've made a couple of changes there. And Chris actually pops up with his second goal of the season to beat the English champions 2-1. So like absolutely brilliant. So into the next league game, Mert with that would have been an amazing goal if Mert scores that. However, I think Stoke showed us how to do it because they scored an absolute screamer in the top corner. And as I said in the previous video, people are just scoring screamers against us. It can't be helped. But Mert this time scores with his left foot. Actually scored a left foot volley. This man scoring for the first time. So that was a 1-1 draw. Into the second half of this game, and Hull actually take the lead 1-0, and they do win this game 1-0. So really frustrating. So our result for beating Man City is an away tie to Bradford. Fun times. But there was no real sort of danger in respect of losing, because Moriel did score and we did go on to win 1-0. So yeah, I just want to, whilst you know that we're going to win 1-0, I just want to say thank you to everyone still watching, commenting, posting. Sorry I haven't been posting as much, but I'll try and keep on top of it now. I'm going to try and stop playing games in order to post the videos to try and keep up to date as well. So yep, so our next game that we are playing is Swansea away, who are second in the league and we're 5th. As you can see, Fulham have jumped up, we've gone down, but we're closing the gap, and we're in a good sort of 13 points outside the playoffs as well. So we'll carry on going, and hopefully we can get into the top 2 sooner rather than later. Right, I'll see you later, guys.